Hey, what's going on? This is Side 172. So I want to talk about success. I want to talk about how we are taught success. Well, I personally think that we are taught success the same way that we are taught anything else in this world, right? I was taught to tie my shoes when I was a child. I was taught that the stove was hot. I was taught that if I was going to ride my bike without training wheels, I needed to understand what balance was. I learned working and I learned time management from my first job. I learned how to be a professional from the organization that I joined. I learned all kinds of things throughout my life, right? So in my short life, I've learned a lot of different things. Now, some of those were taught to me by individuals, whether it was my family, my friends, parents, co-workers, acquaintances, YouTube videos, whatever it may be. There's those things that I was taught, right? So I actually learned it from somebody. And then there's also the things that I learned by watching, right? By sitting back and actually taking in what was going on and learning those things by the example that was out there. So whether that's being a good individual or, opening the door for an elderly individual that's walking into it, manners, all kinds of things you're able to learn or be taught technically by just watching, and you absorb what is out there. You take those things in and now you know them. So there's these two different things, right? You're taught by either an individual or you're self-taught because of what you've been able to watch and what you've been able to make decisions on. I think that's good, right? Opening a door for an elderly lady that wants to walk in, that walks into it, that's nice. So I saw that it was nice, and then I repeat that. So I am, learning that is good, right? That good example. Just like you learn bad examples. You learn through watching things, right? You watch somebody rob a bank, well, guess what? It's probably not the best thing that somebody should be doing. And unless you want to rob banks yourself, you don't imitate that, all right? And I'm not saying to rob banks is a bad thing, okay? But what I'm saying is you can watch these things, you can visualize them, and then you make the decision through your head that's not something I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, and I'm not going to do this, right? So you're taught these things. Now, success is something that is the same thing. You can be taught success. Any individual can be taught success. What you do with that is going to be, the make or break on if you're going to actually become successful. But you can be taught success. Here, this successful individual lays out every single point from A to Z on what they did exactly. They give you all of the tools on what you need to do to be successful. Put it there, nice, neat little package with a bow on top. Bam, here you go. They've taught you everything about it. Everything. I'm telling you, they talk to you, they teach you the in-depth stuff that might not be within, that nice little package. But it's there. It's there for you. Now, if you do exactly what they've taught you and you do it in the same exact ways that they've taught you, there's a good chance that you're also going to become successful because they had it all laid out for you. However, it's not always the reality. Sometimes you're going to have to go ahead and learn what it is by yourself. You're going to see what a successful individual looks like. You're going to have to go ahead and study it. You're going to have to study them. They're not going to put it with a nice little bow and tie it and hand it to you. You're going to have to see what worked. You're going to have to see what didn't work. You're going to have to study them as if you've never studied before. And there's going to be a learning curve that you have because you don't know those hidden movements that they did know or they learned on the journey that they were taking. However, it doesn't mean that you can't learn success that way, by watching, by looking at what success looks like, and then going ahead and imitating that, cloning it, creating it in the image that it is out there, and then producing the same way that they did. There's nothing that says that you can't do that. You can learn success. You can be taught success. You can watch it and then go ahead and be like, wow, that's what I want to do. That looks like it works. And then you can go ahead and do it. Now, is it as easy as that? No, and people always think that it is. Oh, we're going to look on the internet and we're going to see all these famous people and look at all these nice things that they're doing. And wow, it would be really nice to do that. I'm going to go ahead and do it. That's great. Go for it. I'm not saying not to. However, you need to understand that the reality is that there's stuff that they haven't taught you. There's stuff that you haven't been able to see, and you're not just going to learn by looking at, what they post out there on the internet. You're going to have to do some research. You're going to have to learn either through someone teaching you specifically or you teaching yourself. Because success, it just doesn't happen, right? It just doesn't go ahead and like one day you're not successful, the next day you are. There's a process that you have to go ahead and accomplish. Now, in that, whichever way you want to do it, you can. That's the best part about it. There's decisions that you're able to make that are either going to be the reasons that you are successful or you're not successful. You have to figure that out, and you have to see what works for you the best way. But if you truly want to be successful, you have to learn. You have to be taught it, all right? Or you have to teach yourself. So look at that, think about that, and know at the end of the day, there's a lot that goes into it. But if you decide that you're going to, you can, and you will accomplish whatever it is that you want to. So I appreciate you watching Deciding to 172. Until my next video, thanks for watching. Like it, share it. Feedback's always welcome.